What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I will be discussing the manager problem at Amazon. We're going to be talking about how managers are just quitting left and right and how nobody really stays there for that long. We're going to go into a little bit of detail, and it's pretty much just going to be a discussion video today. Nothing like no like tips or tricks or anything like that today, just a discussion video. And as you can all see, I have the green background now. Green barely beat purple in the last video when I said comment down below which color you guys want me to choose. I think green beat purple by like 1 or 2 votes. So just green for now. I'm probably going to keep this for like this video and an exclusive video for my members only. Then I'm going to switch it back up to a color of my choice. But I will be doing another color vote soon, so go ahead and be ready for that. But for now, we got the green background going. But let's get straight into the video where we're going to be talking about, like I said, the manager situation at Amazon. And what I mean by the manager situation is that like there's a couple things that go wrong with the managers at Amazon. One, let's not even talk about the fact that they're extremely unorganized and we're gonna talk about it actually. Let's talk about it. So the managers, everyone knows that the managers at Amazon just do not communicate with each other. It seems like you can get told one thing by one manager and told a different thing by another manager, and it's really frustrating. It's always been a problem at Amazon, especially at my FC, but I've heard it happen with many other FCs as well, and it's a common problem for this to happen. And in this video that I'm talking about today, I don't have anything written down. I don't even have any notes like I usually do. I'm literally just going on and talking about all the manager problems at Amazon, and that's definitely one of them, the fact that they don't communicate with each other. But that's not the whole purpose of this video. The main topic and discussion point that I wanted to bring up is the fact that the managers just are in and out of Amazon. Like managers just do not stay here at Amazon, and it really, really looks bad on the company. Like I've never worked for a company before or ever heard of a job where managers are constantly quitting or constantly switching roles like this. At Amazon, I've been here for almost 2 years now, and I genuinely believe that I have had maybe like 8 different managers, maybe around 8. And I think most of the other managers that I've had, I would say like out of the 8 managers that I've had, I think I've had maybe more than that, but I'll say 8. And out of the 8 that I've had, I think that only 2 of them still work here. My current one and the one before that, the most recent previous manager. Those are the only 2 managers that I have that still work here. Managers are constantly quitting at Amazon. It looks horrible. Like I said, I've never worked for a company like this where the managers are just constantly in and out of rotation and there's never a set base of managers. And it really, really sucks because the very first team of managers I had, I didn't like most of them. I didn't like the way they organized things, and it sucked. The second batch, they were okay. The third batch though, they were a lot better, and the 4th batch is horrible. I'm not enjoying this current batch of managers at all, I'm not gonna lie. And it's weird. It's so weird that Amazon can't keep their managers, and there's actually a few reasons for this. And I've even talked to somebody who was a manager, or I haven't talked to them directly, but I've talked to somebody that they know that still works at Amazon, and their reason for quitting was that Amazon just didn't pay enough. They didn't like being paid on salary, like overtime or pay, anything like that. The pay wasn't enough. The work was too much for how much they were being paid, and overall, it just wasn't an enjoyable job for them or an enjoyable experience. And they ended up working for another company, and it turns out that like 3 or 4 of the Amazon managers that were there on that team that manager was currently in, or that was in back then, all 3 or 4 of the managers all work for the same company now. They all transferred to a completely different company and work together now because they were like, screw Amazon, it's not paying enough and it is not doing good for me. And it's just a problem. I don't know what it is about Amazon managers. Like, I don't know what it is like with Amazon, but they are very, it's a really bad revolving door. Now, usually you do see this for like tier 1 employees, and that's pretty normal. Some people come and they take the job and they don't like it, so they leave like a month later. Some of them think it's too difficult, so they leave a couple months later. Or some of them are just here temporarily, maybe a summer job, or maybe they're just saving up for something like college loans or something like that. And then once they get that done, they go ahead and move on or stop working completely. And that's pretty common. But for the managers to be like that, I would definitely say that the managers have been more of a revolving door at my job than there actually has been employees, because like I said, none of them have stayed for that long at all. And honestly, like the big teams of managers that comes, the big batches, because usually like once one manager quits in a team, the other manager quits a couple weeks later, another manager quits a couple weeks after that, and it just happens like all at once. And then the next thing you know, that whole original team that you saw is completely gone, and you have like 4 or 5 new AMs for the entire site. And it's it's ridiculous. But what's even more ridiculous is how long they stayed there. They're only there for like 3 or 4 months, and it's just really, really weird. It's just something that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Let me know if this is just my site. Let me know down in the comments below if this happens at your site as well, especially if you worked here for a while, because like I said, I've worked here for quite some time now, and managers are just in and out, and it looks really, really bad. There's definitely something going on that is really just keeping these managers away from Amazon as far as possible, because nobody ever stays there for that long. And like I said, it looks bad on Amazon. It looks really, really bad on their part, because if your company is constantly switching out managers, there's something going wrong. You're not treating them right. You're not paying them enough. Something is going wrong. And the fact that they just can't keep a single manager, at least at my site, for for at least 6 months, it looks really bad. And another thing too is none of these managers ever move up. My previous manager did. She was the first manager I had ever seen just straight up move up to a next level, and she became, I think, the operations manager. But the AMs at my site, they always just end up leaving and moving on and not working at Amazon at all anymore. And it's crazy. It's so bizarre. But let me know down in the comments below if you guys have had the same experience at your site. Do all of your managers just end up leaving, or is that something that just happens at my site only? But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I don't really have anything else to say more than that, really. I kind of just wanted to bring up the Amazon manager situation, because again, they're just constantly leaving, and it does look really, really bad, and it's not normal. I've never worked at a company before or have seen something like this, because usually when you think of managers, you think of them having worked their way up. They've been with the company for a few years. They finally got that manager role, and then they plan on staying there for another 5-10 years, or maybe at least 3 years. That does not happen at all on Amazon, and it's just really weird and bizarre. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this, and if you have any other thoughts, or have you experienced the same exact type of thing at your location. But with that being said, I'm going to end that video there, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my memberships. Go ahead and join down below. I am releasing my first ever exclusive video for my super supporters. That should be out either yesterday, because today's Friday. This video is releasing on Friday. That should have been out either yesterday or it'll come out tomorrow. I still haven't entirely made up my mind yet, but yeah, I'm gonna end that there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I love you all. Peace. And I can say a lot more than I would regularly say on the regular channel, on the main channel where everyone's able to see it, because I'm behind a paywall now. This is all behind a paywall, and I know ain't seeing this. At least I hope none of you guys are ratting me out, but I'm gonna do a little bit of talking about my new manager here and the fact that I got written up, because I got written up last week. So I got written up last week for quality. I worked, actually no, okay, so I got written up last week, but it was for the week prior to that. So basically 2 weeks ago, I barely did stow at all. I was mostly doing pack and